Denim is in demand at Plato's Closet in West Ashley and North Charleston. Get cash on the spot for everything denim. Bring in your trendy and classic styles of gently used name brand denim. Get paid for your denim shorts, skirts, jackets, jeans, and more. We're looking for denim that is blue, black, or a bold color, and jeans in styles like mom jeans, bootcut, baggy, flared, and ripped. We want everything denim. Sell your denim for cash at Plato's Closet today. Plato's Closet, located in West Ashley on Sam Rittenberg Boulevard and North Charleston on Rivers Avenue.
Hashtag no music, no intro. Let's go. 10-2, Ryan. 10-2.
10-2, baby.
Saints play the Eagles on Sunday. Late fucking afternoon game. Of course.
Again.
Fucking of course. Can't get our shit over with at 10 a.m. California or Pacific time, noontime. If you in the boot,
79 days. 79 days over, nigga. 79 days, everything was at noon for me.
Right here. Right. 10-2. They face an Eagles team, and with a win, clinch the NFC South. Come on, man.
Come on. They gotta handle their business, man.
They do. Eagles team that have looked terrible all season.
And it's not like terrible, like there are teams that are like don't have a great record, but if you watch them, like if we were playing the Jaguars, I'd be a little worried. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, ooh.
Mm-hmm. I mean, the Jags put it into the Packers for like 3 quarters.
But they only won like one game. You know what I'm saying? Or 2 games.
Right.
It's like, so it's like I'll be a little worried playing them. But like the Eagles have looked bad. They don't look good. They don't look good on tape. You know what I'm saying? They don't look well coached. They don't. The defense is very respectable. I definitely say that. But just overall as a team, like they're not playing winning football. So, Saints got to handle their business. You know what I'm saying? This is a game. You just, you put your suit on, you button up your shirt, you put your tie on, your work shoes, and you go out and you handle your business. You know what I'm saying?
Just
bullshit.
A workman's like effort. Mm-hmm. Do what you got to do. I mean, okay. I'm gonna run this little conspiracy. You and I, we have known to be a little conspiracy theorists with regard to certain things. Here and there. We're not going to get into what they are on this pod, but we do enjoy entertaining conspiracy theories here and there. So I listened to a very brief snippet of the Pat McAfee show, which if you just think about what his platform is, what he's done post-career, is absolutely insane. But that's amazing, bro. Props to him. But he said that, or he had heard, I don't know if he heard it, I don't know where it came from, if it was like sports radio, fan forum, or whatever, that Doug Peterson's guy is Carson Wentz. The front office guy is Jalen Hurts. So what? And I'm not saying Doug Peterson is trying to purposely lose the game. He's not going. I mean, he's an NFL head coach. They want to win. They are competitive as fuck. But if you have a rookie second round pick making his first start against probably a top 2-3 defense, maybe the best defense in the league right now, and you're just serving them on the platter, Dennis Allen and a healthy Saints defense, and you're like, all right, Jalen, go make some magic, Negro.
Go win, Negro.
It like is he like? I don't want to say he's purposely setting Jalen up to fail, but that is not. I do not envy Jalen Hurts on Sunday. And when Pat McAfee said it, I was like, well, god damn.
No, and I've heard that other places too. So and it makes sense. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Wentz is his guy. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Doug Peterson was going into the draft thinking like, oh, we need a quarterback. I think he was thinking like, let's get help for the team. But for whatever reason, the front office is like, maybe they were seeing what some other people saw, like maybe Wentz ain't it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's gonna be interesting, but yeah, it's a tough out, man. Like if the Saints defense continue playing like it was playing, like it's tough for any quarterback, really. But a guy that had started, kind of a raw prospect. He's played a lot of college games. He's still like a guy that's kind of just trying to get his feet under him. It's it's gonna be tough. That offensive line, but he can move. He is dangerous in that in that respect. He could throw. I mean, I will say this: him over Carson Wentz, he is throwing better than Carson Wentz is right now. Like Carson Wentz is not even throwing the ball right. Like Carson Wentz, like when he's just throwing like a little 8-yard out or something like that. It's like oh, it's not coming out.
It's bad, bro. It's bad.
Not coming out his hand right or something. I'm like, what is wrong with this dude?
He's broken.
At least he's broken, but at least Jalen Hurts, he give you that. He can throw. He can throw on the move, real good at throwing on the move. So, I mean, the Saints defense, they're going to have to be careful and kind of, just do the old script like you do the, young running quarterbacks. They like to move, just kind of mush rush and kind of keep them in the pocket.
It's funny you say that because I wanted to know, like, if this, I mean, we're not fucking defensive coordinators, but how would you play? Like, how would you play Jalen? Like, or how would you play the Eagles offense? Do you stick to what you know, which is strictly kind of typically man-to-man defense, on the outside, or do you potentially play more zone? Like how would you play him if you were playing him?
I mean, I would do like they've been doing. They've been doing a lot of like a two-man, too high with two-man where you got your safety. I mean, cornerbacks playing man-to-man. You got your safeties, your two high safeties, and you're doing a lot of tricks and moves, close to the line of scrimmage with your linebackers to try to confuse them or whatever, and with your rush, and just try to contain the edges. Be on alert for the edges, like contain the edge, set the edge. Don't let him, get outside the pocket to throw and just kind of, mush rush, keep things in front of you, but blitz when necessary. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying this shouldn't be a game where they blitz. They should blitz, but just be mindful of it, where you're not blitzing them to one side of the field where you got another guy open, and only one defender defending one guy on one side of the field. You open up a big play like we saw last week where he he got outside the pocket and hit forgot what Rashard Bryan receiver down in the end zone, with a nice throw on the run. So. Yeah, I just think it's one of the games where you just kind of want to keep him in front and try to force him to read the field, just like Atlanta tried to do, wanted to do to Taysom Hill. I could tell that was their method. Like, let's just force him to throw, and Taysom rose to the occasion and made those throws. Okay, you know what I'm saying. So if Jalen starts hitting those throws, okay, then you adjust from there. But in the beginning, at least, let's force him to be a pocket quarterback and not let him run around and try to get confidence.
I know, obviously, I think they should blitz when needed or when they feel like they have to or whatever. But honestly, probably the biggest mixed match in this game is the Saints defensive line going against the Eagles battered, mismatched pieces, tattered offensive line. Lane Johnson, stud right tackle, out for the season. They drafted Andre Dillard last year to basically take over for Jason Peters, and then he was set to be their future left tackle. He got hurt in the offseason, which led them to bring Jason Peters back. And first he was playing left tackle, and then they moved him to left guard. Yeah. I can't even name the Eagles left guard for you right now. I don't even know who's playing. The only good offensive lineman that they have currently playing right now is Jason Kelsey, who's their center. This should be a game where all the resources, Cam, Marcus Davenport, Trigger Trey, just the interior just should shut everything down. Like, this is a game where they should rise to the occasion.
And especially Davenport. I mean, coming off his concussion, he's been full all week, full go. His body should be feeling well. I don't know about his head, but his body should be feeling real good. So, like, this is a game I want to see two first just, like, you know what I'm saying? Just come off that edge, man, and just, you know, blow people up, throw them around, hit the shit out of Jalen Hurts. Like, hurt him.
I want one of those Alex Smith joints.
Yeah, just one of them joints where you just
where you at home as a fan, you like you make your own body goes like, ooh.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, they need to bring it, man. The D-line just needs to bring it and just bring it early. And just kind of set that tone early. This is not Eagles, not a team. You got it, man. You just got to step on them early, man. Get them out
early. Yeah, you get them in their head. Oh, here it goes again.
Here we go again, y'all. You know. That's what I want to see, bro. Seriously.
Here's what does worry me. Here's my concern defensively on the Saints is I love CD Deuce. I love him. Love him. But I don't want to see him lined up in the slot against Jalen Reagor.
It's going to happen.
Because I'm telling you right now, Ryan, if that's the matchup that Dennis Allen's going to roll out with, because I believe on the outside, the Eagles are rolling out Alshon Jeffrey, who's looked absolutely fucking awful since he's like snow boots.
Just let it go, bro.
I said on this pod before when we played the Falcons that when the Falcons ran the ball with Todd Gurley, they were doing the defense a favor, and he loses 7 yards on one of the biggest plays of the fucking game.
Oh,
it's the exact same thing right now with Alshon Jeffrey. Like, the Eagles are rolling him out. Like, deactivate him. Like, what are you doing,
bro? I was literally reading like one of the Philadelphia Eagles beat writers reading an article today. They was like, why do they keep putting Alshon Jeffrey on the field? Like,
I have no clue. Like, I don't know if it's just
taking snaps. He's taking snaps from like good young players. Like, get him off the field.
But hey, Eagles, wait to do that shit next week. Don't listen. Right. Don't listen to me. But so they're gonna roll out fucking old snow boots, Alshon Jeffrey, have him on the outside. They're gonna have Travis Fulgham, who had a nice little stretch a couple of weeks where he was balling with Carson Wentz on the outside, and Jalen Reagor is gonna have snaps in the slot. And I love CD Deuce, but one of his flaws as a player is he does not do well with straight line speed. He just doesn't do it. So I don't know what it is. I kind of get worried if Jalen gets a little time in the pocket and fucking Jalen Reagor's flying down the fucking field and that's a 50, 60-yard bomb. That's my biggest worry. When I think about the Philadelphia offense.
Yeah, and thing about Reagor is he's a young wide receiver, and he's kind of coming into his own and just kind of getting better. So you don't want to be the team that he gets better against. So yeah, man, they need to mix it up a little bit. But I think they're gonna expect CeeDee to just step up. Like he's gonna line up in the slot. CeeDee gonna be on him. And CeeDee going to play his game. You know what I'm saying? Like, if he starts going off and scoring touchdowns, I think they'll make an adjustment. But, in the beginning, I think they'll just kind of try to live with it and just play their defense. I'm really looking at the tight ends. Is Zach Ertz, he's healthy, right?
He's healthy, but he has not been playing he's not as bad as Alshon Jeffrey, but he hasn't been playing great since he returned from injury.
It's going to be interesting because the thing I worry about anytime you get a young quarterback in, they don't, their favorites aren't the favorites of we know Wentz loves Ertz. Like, what's his Hurts? He's going to Hurts. But with with Hurts, Jalen Hurts, we really don't know yet who his guy is. Who's the guy he's been practicing with? Who he practices with after after practice, and who's his guy? We still hadn't really figured that out yet. So, and it might be Riga, since they're both young, they both got drafted together. Yep. That might be his guy. So it's going to be interesting how, it's going to be important that the Saints figure out who his guy is quickly and take him away. Like, just take him away and force Jalen to go his second read, third read. Whether it's Goddard, whether it's Fulham, who's good. He's like their lead receiver.
Right.
So I imagine Lattimore will be on him. I don't know. It depends. I think Dennis Allen's just going to play sides, so whoever lines up.
Yeah, the 100% play sides. There's no reason to shadow anyone in coverage.
Which brings in another. I hope Lattimore just not like, my favorite little 50 Cent picture of him sleeping on a couch. I hope he just ain't laid up sleep like, I'm not worrying about these Eagle receivers. I got them. Nah, bruh. I mean, bruh, Ridley cooked your ass last week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, make up for that. You know what I'm saying? Shut your receiver down. Whoever it is, you are talented enough to shut whoever you're facing down. So just do it. Just take them, whoever's lining up against you, out the game. Make them a complete non-factor. And that's all you got to do. And it also looks like Janoris Jenkins looks like he should play. He's been limited. But I don't know. They could just, sit him down, which would still make sense, and hope he gets healthy for the Chiefs. But and P-Rob's been out, I believe, right?
Yeah, he's been out. He hasn't practiced.
Yeah. So I don't expect him back. So if Janoris and P-Rob is out, then we're back in the
boy.
PJ. Old peanut butter and jelly head ass. Williams. Got him over there. And we just gotta figure it out, you know what I'm saying? Whether it's bracketing with Marcus Williams or
listen. Malcolm Jenkins has let his feelings known this week. Like, this is there's a lot of revenge. It's the Malcolm Jenkins revenge game. It's the Boston Scott revenge game. A lot of little
Boston Scott. I like Boston Scott, man. I really like him. As a player, I didn't want to let go, but it was like one of those things where the team just so deep. It's like, what you gonna do with him? But I like Boston Scott, man. Like a little poor man Sproles.
Yeah, man.
He's a good kick returner. Speaking of return, watch out for Riga as a punt returner.
Mm-hmm. He housed him one last week against the Packers.
Sean Payton, I know he's gonna have special teams on alert. Watching out for that because he's dangerous, man. He did it in college. Like, he's very dangerous returning punts. So, special teams gonna have to be on their key. But defensively, I'm just not overly worried. I'm not overly worried. Maybe I should be. Maybe the Saints defense has gotten me comfortable.
Yeah,
the past couple of weeks.
That, bro. Like, how insane is that? It's mind blowing. It is mind blowing. So let's flip it to the other side. Eagles defense, Saints offense. I'll try to say this as nicely as I can. There is not much talent on the Eagles defense besides their defensive line.
Yeah.
Like, their defensive line, Darius Slay is good, but wide receiver ones have been absolutely cooking him like this last 2 weeks, which just goes to show you how difficult it is to play cornerback in the NFL. Like, it is the hardest position to play, period. But that defense revolves around Fletcher Cox, our fellow fat boy, Derek Barnett.
My dude.
Brandon Graham. And then the Eagles spent pretty good chunk of change to sign Hargrave over from the Steelers in free agency. That's where that's their bread and butter. Like, it's there. And the story of the game offensively for the Saints is if they got to block those boys up. And we've talked about this podcast, how it's always the interior. Like if you look at the Saints offensively, where their weaknesses is where their averages would be their interior. Not so much McCoy, but some Pete at times and Ruiz and Easton, like
all of them.
Like it's just average. Sometimes it's good, but most times it's average. They got man. Fletcher Cox can ruin the game plan. They got to be ready for Fletcher Cox. And I hate to sound confident and cocky. I'm not super worried about like the edges with Derek Barnett it's a great game to have T-Stead back. Great game to have Teron Armstead back.
That's huge. That's huge. It's huge, but at the same time, it's crazy that it was like it wasn't even a story. Like it wasn't even like oh, the Saints going. Like nobody was even worried that T-Stead was out. You know what I'm saying?
Hashtag put him in the Hurst.
Big Hurst.
Big Hurst. Bro, we talked about on the recap show. James Hurst having his name called against the Falcons last week, bro.
That's crazy.
Yes, which also goes to show, as a team, pro scouting, maybe not self scouting sometimes, but pro scouting. The Saints said, "What? We know that our left tackle gets injured a lot. Yeah. This is a free agent that has played decent snaps when he was with the Ravens. Like he may not be a standout, but he is serviceable if Armstead goes down, gets to injury or whatever." And lo and behold, that's a vision. That's impressive.
Yeah, exactly. And plus, it took the whole we'll just move Pete from go to left tackle. I hated it. Every time it happened.
Pete is so valuable because of his versatility.
Get the fuck out of here. He sucks as a left tackle. He's not good at a left. Like he's not good there.
He's not good at a left tackle. He's barely good.
So he's going. No. He's a body. That's what he's a body that they put there.
Big body.
A big body. Oh, jeez.
But that's where, to me, it sounds so rudimentary. It's super simple fucking football logic. But if the Saints offensive line can block up the Eagles defensive line, I feel like it was going to be a long day for the Eagles defensively.
Yep, I agree, man. I agree. It should be a long day. The D line is, it's a respectable defensive line. Linebackers, food. Like,
can it? Like, listen, we are pretty close to football savants in knowing players on like on all teams. I could not name you an Eagle linebacker like Duke Riley.
Oh, come on. Come on. We watched him. We know who he is. He was never.
I can't, Ryan. I can't name you one. I can't, like,
bruh, like TJ Edwards. It's like
I feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy when fucking Star-Lord introduces himself and he was like, who? No, I don't know. Food. And shout out to our dude Kev, who made a great point on Twitter about this. Is he pointed out that this Eagles team was the team that gave up that 70-yard scamper to Daniel Jones. Listen, I know Daniel Jones is an athlete, but he's not a Taysom Hill athlete. Like if Taysom Hill, and Sean looking at that tape.
You know how Sean loves to beat the Eagles. He loves to beat the Eagles.
Loves to.
That was his first coaching spot is in the NFL. He knows the fan base, even though they won't have fans there, and he knows the fan base very well. He just loves beating them. It's in him. You know what I'm saying? So he trust me, he has a player or two circled, like, okay, I want to get to this, I want to attack this guy, so there's gonna be something. Whether it's a Taysom run, a throw, whatever, there's gonna be something in there that he gonna cook up, man. I can't wait because I know he got something. Speaking of that, shout out. Damn, I wanted to get that person's name. Whoever made that video cut up of Sean Payton going to Alvin Kamara, like right before halftime. It was halftime ended. He's walking, and they ran a play. The play where Taysom Hill, he ran for like 6 or 7 yards, and then he ran to Kamara and he was like, hey, any plays you like, you want to look, want to do the next half? And Kamara's like, hey, that play we just did with Taysom, I think I could do something with that. You know what I'm saying? I could do something with that as a running back. And he went back to the play and Kamara scored a touchdown with it. That video there, man, that was just some dope shit right there, bro. Like that's football porn right there, man.
It is, bro. It doesn't get, like when I watched it, I was like, it doesn't get better than that.
It just makes you like it just make you smile. I was just sitting looking at the phone, smiling like, we got a good fucking coach. We got a good running back. Got good players. You know what I'm saying? A smart player like Alvin Kamara that's thinking about what plays. He's looking at formations and how defenses attack certain things.
Bro,
I can do something with that.
How far have we come? A week before the season started, Alvin Kamara, he wasn't answering Sean Payton's phone calls and text messages, bro.
Man, he wasn't tweeting. He was.
Bro,
is he gonna get traded?
I remember when Josina dropped out on the timeline, like boom.
Oh man, we had in-house lockout. You know what I'm saying? Like in-house holdout or whatever.
Oh man,
we had emergency podcast for that shit. Really?
we was an emergency podcast out. This team was running us ragged. Now they sit 10-2, can clinch the NFC South with one more win. I think this could be Taysom's. Okay. Eric might love this. I think this could be Taysom's coming out party, passing wise.
Man, it's something because this might be his last game. Mm-hmm. We saw a little video earlier today of Drew Brees
dry humping the turf.
Man, he running on all fours like a 8. Doing this I'm like, man, this dude nuts. Like literally with a
nuts, bro.
Chest in shambles, just so he gonna be back next week.
Yeah, like I don't know why people
we don't know, but I'm telling you, he's gonna be back.
He is not missing a chance to play in a game of that magnitude against the only time that he will face against that opposing quarterback. You think he'll miss that game? Shit.
It's not happening.
Shit. Y'all must not know Drew.
Drew's playing next week. Believe it.
He might have the Kevlar like.
Oh yeah. He gonna look thick. He gonna look thick as fuck. He gonna look bad built, man. Like all built on top with some skinny legs.
He gonna have the Beskar armor under that bitch, bro.
Oh yeah. He gonna be bad built, man. But he playing next week.
He is. But I think with this Eagles defense, Taysom got robbed of that beautiful fucking touchdown pass to Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah. Oh man.
I'm not saying Sean's. I mean, because this is still like we don't know. The game's in Philly. The weather conditions may dictate. Maybe they don't throw it all over the place. Maybe it's a more AK game, Latavius game. But if the weather conditions are semi-decent, man, Sean throwing that thing, bro. Like I know him enough as a coach that when he watches their film of the Eagles defense, he looks at it and he's like, these niggas?
Oh yeah.
Oh, no.
Oh yeah. I'm about to cook them up.
Yes.
And then they're not showing no life either. Like
man. Nah. I don't want it to be a game where they come out and it's 3 straight passes. I really don't. I don't. But I know Sean well enough to know how this game script is going to go. The only thing I could see deterring that game script is if the weather conditions where it kind of forces him, like in the Chicago game, forces him to be more kind of ground heavy. Do you envision Philly shadowing Mike Thomas with Darius Slay?
I do. I don't know about shadow, but I think he'll be on him quite a bit. Just like he was on
DK
Metcalf,
and then he was on Devontae Adams. Like he's shadowed the number one wide receiver on the opposing.
I mean, that's why they got him. That's why they paid him big money, traded for him. That's what they got him for. And he's not exactly performed up to expectations, but look, I personally believe he's going to play a better game this week. I just think he's going to be up for it. He's going to be up for Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas, popped up on the injury report with something.
Was it? I believe it was the ankle.
It's an ankle, yeah. So you got to see what's up with that. But he was looking good in the Falcons game. If he's back to his normal self, I'm not too worried. He should be able to, give, because Taysom likes him. Obviously, he likes going to him.
Loves going to him.
Would like to see some of the other receivers. He was going to Taysom Hill quite a bit. Not Taysom Hill, what I'm talking about. He was going to Traquan Smith quite a bit last week. Traquan just wasn't catching it. So I don't know if that'll continue to be the case. Try to get, Jared Cook involved a little more. I know he caught a touchdown. It's like, Jared Cook needs to get Jared Cook involved a little more. You know what I'm saying? Like, get into it, bro. Like, we're down the stretch.
When you have a game against opposing defense where you cannot name their linebackers, that should be a tight end game. That's a
tight end game, man. It's a tight end game and a Alvin Kamara game. So, a lot of talk this week and, even around the league has been like, what's up with Kamara? I know fantasy owners are tripping out. He's not getting the PPRs and all this stuff that, they expect from Kamara. I mean, you could just look at the stats. I mean, his catching totals, it's plummeted with Taysom Hill. It's just like, it's like watching the stock market just crash. It's like, just like that.
The stock is at an all-time high. Sorry.
So, and that's fine because look, Taysom Hill, he's a different quarterback. He's not looking where Drew Brees are. He'll look at Drew Brees will quickly progress through the progression and process it and say, nope, going to AK. That's how Drew Brees works. Taysom, he's going to tap that ball a little more for another millisecond or two, like and he's going to try to push it downfield. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's what it is. So, but I still would like for Sean and Taysom to kind of cook up, just a couple pass plays, attack them linebackers, man. Like use AK, attack them, man, because that's a touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Like he's a touchdown machine.
You can
just get him.
Do we know how good Taysom is in the intermediate game?
We really don't.
Because I say that because he can throw the ball down the field. We've seen how he's thrown, especially with like Michael Thomas on deeper routes that typically, when Drew's playing, like we don't see a lot. But like I don't know, is Taysom and it sounds dumb to say, but like
it's not dumb at all, man. Like because it's an assumption that
it's an art, bro. Like
it's an assumption that like short passes are easy, or like those quick short passes. But it's like when you throw a short, you have to adjust the way you throw.
Yes.
Throw on different arcs, throw on different gotta throw from the side, gotta throw between offensive linemen's heads. You got to sometimes you don't even see where Alvin Kamara is, but you just got to know where he is and put the ball. So it's there's definitely an art to throwing in the very short to intermediate area. And I don't know if Taysom has, progressed to that point yet, because right now he's still more of a kind of see it, throw it, or kind of at least, okay, I could see where this guy's going to be, so I'm going to put it right here. Where Drew, him being a short quarterback, him just, being a student of the game, is just kind of learn. He knows where he needs to put the ball, whether he sees it or not. He knows he needs to put the ball in a certain area, and he knows his player is going to be there because, just a years of preparation and stuff like that.
I think it's I think it's a good question. We haven't seen it, and everything you said is 100% true. And then something that Drew is great at, not with just throwing short passes to AK, but he's good at in general, is Drew is great at throwing, like if AK's running a choice route, a Texas route, or what have you, he knows how to lead AK where he's going to catch it, where he doesn't even have to stop. He catches it as he's running, and AK's going. I'm not saying that Taysom can't do that. We just haven't seen it, so I don't know. We don't know.
That, and that's we talking about a GOAT. You know what I'm saying? Like Drew Brees, that's part of his GOATness. You know what I'm saying? Like he puts the ball at the best position. Consistently. You know what I'm saying? Where that's anticipation. That's where does my player need the ball to move the ball? You know what I'm saying? Whereas Taysom, he's looking at the player running and he's like, okay, I assume that he's going to be about this point right here when my ball gets there. And that's where he's throwing. And he's throwing to the guy pretty much. Where Drew Brees is like, I'm going to put it out in front at this exact area. And, look, you're talking about the GOAT, man. Like, as far as like accuracy, like Drew Brees is the GOAT. So I don't know if Taysom ever be that, but I would like to see a little more because there were plenty of catches, just in the past couple of games where it's like, damn, why if you would have put that ball right in front of him, man, they could have got like a lot more yardage on that play. So, we'll see, but I wouldn't expect a huge change yet from that. But like you said, man, like this could be this is important for Taysom because this might be his last little hurrah, just as a starting quarterback. He's gonna play obviously he's gonna play a lot of snaps going forward, regardless. But just as a starting quarterback, this is going to be his last hurrah to like put that little egg in Sean and all them head. Like, man, look, man, make me the starter next year, bro. Like, I'm the man. I'm your man right here. You don't need to look for nobody else. I'm it. Me personally, I don't know, nigga. I don't know. But I would like to see him in on a very high note to where at least he's in the discussion. Where we're not going into the next off season if Drew Brees retires, which we expect. But we're not going into the next off season like just completely with nothing, just like
just darkness,
just like darkness, and just trying to just sign anybody, like anybody to come play for us. Like the Patriots was, this last off season they didn't have anybody. So I don't want to be in that position. I want to be able like, okay, we got Taysom, maybe we draft a guy, maybe we bring back Jameis, maybe you sign another guy. You have all these options. That'll be the best scenario you could have going into the next offseason.
Oh, absolutely. This is a game that Taysom can, like you said, leave a lasting memory for Sean and the front office and everyone. It's a great opportunity and a great defense to do it against. Pete, Easton, and Ruiz, they got to be ready, bro. They got to be ready.
Even if Drew was healthy, I wouldn't want him to play in this game because I think Taysom is much better suited. Even though me and Nick was texting about this, is like Taysom is not exactly like, he's not like a Russell Wilson where he's just like, just juking guys in the backfield and like buying time. That's not him.
No.
He's kind of like, if he runs, he's going to run. If he's not, but he'll take a sack now. Like, dudes, you could get to him.
Yes.
If he sets his mind to, I'm going to throw the ball, he's going to sit back there and you can get to him. That's the thing about him. People assume like, oh, he's going to scramble around.
No.
That's not him. That's not him. And I thought that would be him, but that's not him.
And I don't know if it's not him because he's more conscientious of he's just trying to be more of a quarterback and not just kind of an athlete playing quarterback.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like we don't know. We don't know which one it is. We don't know which one it is. I think you said you hit on something earlier that I think is a very salient point in regards to getting more wide receivers involved. The Eagles secondary is below, like I would say below average would be the nice way to put it.
Oh, yeah.
And Traquan. Like you texted me a couple of days ago, like Emmanuel Sanders just out there just getting free exercise, like getting paid to exercise, bro.
Oh man, I mean, he just out there running, you know,
just getting his conditioning in.
Bro, I know he can't wait for Drew to come back. Don't get me wrong. Like I know I know he's a team guy. He's just like, yeah, we winning, but I know he like, damn man, like give me something, shit.
Well, his last. I mean, he had a huge catch in the Falcons game on a third down.
He did.
But like besides that, was it the Bucs game where he made? Yeah, I think it might have been the Bucs game where he made that move. He went outside or he went inside and went outside, broke it out for a touchdown. Haven't heard from Emmanuel Sanders. Oh, take that back. He had the 50-yard one against the first Falcons game. That he fumbled, but he got.
Oh yeah, the fumble, the punt, the arm punt.
Yes.
The arm punt, yeah. So, but I know he was just itching to just start cooking because he started cooking with Drew, man. Like we started seeing like, okay, like here we go. This is Emmanuel Sanders.
It was a Lions game, and he was on fire ever since.
Yeah, and it was like, okay, now we got Mike Thomas back, we got Emmanuel Sanders. You know what I'm saying? And then it's just crazy. Remember we tweeted about it earlier this week, like what this team has went through is so underreported, man. It's like they literally lost all their wide receivers at one point.
Didn't have all of them. Had nobody. The Bears game, they had Marquez Callaway and Juwan Johnson.
Man.
That and Traquan. That was it, bro.
And at one point, Callaway got hurt too. He was out. Emmanuel Sanders was on COVID-19. It's like,
can you like just think about this? And I could be wrong. I haven't looked it up. I don't think Mike Thomas, and he's on my fantasy football team. I don't think he's caught a touchdown this entire season. Maybe he has. I don't think he has. Like, how nuts is that?
I think he has, man. That's nuts, bro.
Mike Thomas has not caught a touchdown pass this season, and the Saints are 10-2. What?
Imagine if I told you on, say, September 1st, that Mike Thomas wouldn't have a touchdown by week 14, and he's missed a shitload of games, and Drew Brees is on IR. Like, what would you think?
I'd be like, so I start looking at Justin Fields and Trevor Lawrence tape now, or like what are we doing?
Nope. These motherfuckers is 10-2, bro. So
I saw. I think shout out to the homie Chris. I saw he posted on Twitter today, like, the last 4 seasons the Saints have had, have been they've given us regular season memories that will always last. But he says, like, it feels like there's something different about this team.
Yeah, man. Because last year, I don't know, maybe it's I don't know, maybe I'm looking back at it wrong, but last year I don't know if I ever felt it.
Yeah, like,
what I'm saying? I was just kind of like,
I was when they started when the defense got super stout when Drew was out. I was like, okay, and then as soon as Drew got back,
it was like,
time for me to clock on out, nigga. my shift is over.
And after that San Francisco game, it was all beat up, and it was
God, yeah, man.
It was just like, okay, I hope we make it through. I didn't feel it, and we still got a ways to go. We'll see how this season plays out.
There's only there's only been certain seasons where I have felt it, right? 09, felt it. 11, felt it. 18, felt it. I don't know if I'm being jaded just because of the last 4 years.
Yeah.
But like I don't know. Like we all know.
I think that Chiefs game is. We'll see.
I need it, bro. I need them to handle business against the Eagles. I don't even know who the Chiefs play this Sunday. I need them to handle business.
They play the Dolphins.
Okay, as a fan, next Sunday, I need to know. Yeah. I just need to know where we stand. I need to know.
It'll be such a measure. Let me ask you this: We gonna go over the Chiefs next week, but I just want to ask you this: is there a way where they lose to the Chiefs, but you don't come away feeling demoralized?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, for sure. Like, let's go back in time to the 18 season and that Steelers game, right?
Yeah.
So Drew leaves them back. Mike Thomas catches a touchdown, puts them up, and then Big Rape gets the ball, and Antonio Brown is cooking like Marshawn, like with like a minute or whatever it was left in the game or whatever. Like if the Steelers went down and scored a touchdown that drive and won the game, I still would have came away like we got a squad. I would have questioned like our defense, but like in whole, I've been like, you know what, we could fucking beat any fucking team in the NFL.
Exactly.
So if they listen, I'm not saying this is going to happen, bro. I'm not saying this. And I know we're not looking forward. We're not trying to look past the Eagles. But if the Saints play the Chiefs with Tony Romo and Jim Nantz calling the game, and they do something similar to the Chiefs that they did to the Bucs in Game 2, nigga.
No, don't even say that shit, though. Like, if they did something like that, bro, like all that shit I've been talking about, like, I've toned my fandom down and this and that. All that shit going out the window, bro.
No, don't do it.
I'll be back in this bitch with a black and gold hat on, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm gonna be fucking hype. Hell no. Nah, I don't even want to beat the Chiefs like that.
But
squeak out a win.
But I'm just saying, if to quote, remember the Titans, if they leave no doubt, I don't know, bro. And I know, listen, there is not a more competitive person in the world. Well, Michael Jordan, Drew Brees, they're the same fucking person, right? Competitive wise. Drew knows who the pick was going to be in that draft, right?
Yeah.
He
knows.
He got to feel some type of way about that. You can't tell me he doesn't. It's like, oh, you was gonna draft him? Okay, I got you. All right, I'll show you. It's like when Cam was actually good and he was in Carolina, he just got the gift for him doing like the head nod. Yeah. And I'm just saying, Drew's gonna try to play his best against fucking Kansas City. I'm telling you that right now.
Man,
but we'll
table that. Yeah.
And I just ordered the tripod today for the webcam setup. We doing a video show for that fucking shit. Like,
oh shit.
We bringing it out for that bitch.
We making a flick.
Just don't upload it. I got a reputation to keep. Anyway, but yeah, man, they just get to 11-2, win the division, choke the life out of the Eagles early. Shit, man, I want it so bad that fucking they put Carson Wentz back in the game.
Yeah, for real. I want to see Wentz back in. Like, damn. I just wanted that. I want the Eagles just to be on the sideline looking depressed. I don't even know who's calling the game, but I want them to be talking about.
Pretty sure it's I'm not 100% sure. I was trying to look it up. Might be Joey Buckets, bro. Might be Joey Buckets.
Shit. Buckets and Aikman. I love when Aikman just in there because he was shit on the team easily. I don't know what what they're gonna do with Peterson, and he's gonna be going in. So
it's Kevin Burkhardt and Moose, who I love Moose too.
Okay,
Moose,
yeah, I like Moose.
Moose breaking down the game amazingly. I love the way he breaks down the game. Yeah, so
they don't have my dude no more though, man. You remember he's that big Saragusa,
bro.
They don't even let him up there. They just have him on the sideline or down the end zone.
Man, Tony Saragusa hasn't been around.
Yeah, big Saragusa back there, just like
they had him being Pam Oliver on the fucking sideline.
You let his big ass up there, like, nah, bro, you stay down there.
How you feel about? I know how I feel. Like, how do you feel about the Monday Night Football crew?
I don't like it. I don't know. I just don't like it, man. Like, it's something about it, and I can't really figure out what I don't like about it. It's just like it's kind of dry.
I can't stand Steve Levy. Like
I can't stand him, bro. It's just like when I hear it, I don't feel like I'm learning nothing. I just like you got all these dudes that are supposed to be like all these knowledgeable dudes, Louis Riddick, who, I thought I would like, but I was just like, he's always praising everybody, and I don't know, man. Like, I don't know. Like why can't they just get that right, bro? Like ESPN, Monday Night Football, like that's kind of a legendary spot. I don't know why. Like people used to hit shit on Gruden, but I'm like, man, Gruden was the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
in fucking hindsight, for sure.
Like, I mean, he have his little hot takes here and there, and he always praised players too. But I don't know. At least he had kind of an opinion. But these dudes is like
milk toast, bruh.
It's so milk toast. Exactly. It's just very milk toast. Very milk toast. So I don't know, man. Like I don't know who to bring up there. I don't like they keep trying every year, just like switching dudes out. But nah. They could do better.
It ain't working, bro. It ain't working.
They could do better. Get Vilma up there. I don't know. Like, but Vilma, they need to. They usually have a personality, like a big personality. Just get somebody interested. Even if it's somebody that kind of pisses you off, at least get like a personality up there.
I mean, they tried that with Booger, bro.
Well, Booger ain't pissed me off. Booger was just like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? It was like, honestly, they could have left Booger in there, man. Like, at least Booger was entertaining.
I'm saying,
like, we're talking about what Booger was. We at least was talking about what Booger was saying. Like, can you believe Booger said this shit? But we can't even say that with this crew. It's just like, man, whatever,
I'm not feeling them, bro. I'm not feeling them at all.
Booger be like, when you run 15 yards, you gain 15 yards. Like,
this nigga right here. Can we talk about, and I'm not on wood, I'm not trying to jinx it. There are only two players on the injury report today that were DNPs. P-Rob and then David Onyemata had an illness. I hope it's not the Rona, but he had some type of illness. Just the season's winding down, and the Saints, again, not trying to jinx this shit.
I'm knocking on my wood floors and everything, baby.
They are one of the most healthiest teams right now. Huge, bro.
And they took a lot of hits early.
Yeah.
There's that whole, that old cliche of just peaking at the right time. Maybe they're peaking at the right time, because I tweeted this earlier, kind of jumping off a Underhill post. Like, what's crazy is the Saints offense hasn't peaked yet. We just hadn't seen it. We started seeing it get there after that, that Tampa Bucks game.
That was it. That was it.
That was like, okay, they're reaching it, and then boom, Drew Brees gets hurt, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to progress with Taysom Hill. Maybe Taysom Hill offense progresses and peaks with the Eagles, and then we're going back to Drew Brees. So, and still, even through all that, they're averaging, 28.5 points per game, which is like fifth in the NFL. You know what I'm saying?
That's crazy, bro.
That's crazy. And nobody has really blew the doors off outside of AK. Outside of AK, nobody has been like just like completely dominating or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So Imagine if Mike Thomas just really gets back to dominating. Imagine if Jared Cook gets back to dominating. Imagine if Adam Troutman, instead of one catch, start catching 4-5 catches. You know what I'm saying? 4-5 catches a game.
Big fish.
Imagine Taysom Hill when he's coming in to spell Drew Brees for a couple of plays, start making some big, now that he's actually play quarterback, defenses don't know what to expect when he comes on the field.
Nigga, they have no idea when he come in the game what he doing.
He got the whole playbook. Like, he has literally the whole playbook.
How wild is that? How wild is that?
That's huge, man. That's huge. And they can get to the point to where, like, they can use Taysom for like a whole series if they want. Depending on what the defense doing. Say it's just one of them games where the offensive line struggling and they just beating Drew Brees up. Put Taysom out there for a whole series. He could run the offense. Literally run the offense. Greg Cosell made a great point on the Ross Tucker podcast. He was like the Jared Cook touchdown in the Falcons game was like the exact same touchdown that Drew Brees threw in the Chicago Bears game. It's the exact same play.
Oh, that's crazy. It is.
That's crazy. Yeah, and so now Greg Cosell's making a point that they're starting to introduce more of the Drew Brees of the normal offense into the Taysom Hill whole shebang. So, like, man, that's huge, bro.
That's impressive. That's impressive. You texted this to me like a week or so ago, and I want to hit on it again. I don't think we haven't hit on it super hard on the pod, and we're going to wrap things up. We know we're going a little long, but the way that the Saints have handled COVID as a team in a pandemic, they've had 2 players get COVID, Teron Armstead and Emmanuel Sanders, and it sounds like Sean Payton. Like, it sounds like potentially the Emmanuel Sanders one could have been prevented if you listen to Sean Payton. A lot of that stems from Sean Payton got Corona super early when it was still kind of unknown, and the smart head coach thing to do would be, well, shit, since I know, like, is to prevent it. Like, you
right.
If you already had it, I know what to do to prevent getting my team and my loved ones sick, right?
Right.
So how they've been so diligent in not having outbreaks on their teams, not like the Ravens, not like the Titans, not like teams, I think the 49ers had a small outbreak. Like, in a season like this, like, that gives you such a huge advantage. I'm not trying to, I'm trying not to demean like the importance of someone catching COVID or whatever.
Yeah.
But that's such a huge competitive advantage, man. And
exactly. And we talked about it early in the season how that will be a competitive advantage, for the smart coaches that can handle a crisis. How that will be an advantage for every team, because the COVID-19 thing is just like injury, and it's not like you have to be sick. If you test positive, you out the game. Either you're gonna be out for a little bit of practice, or you could be out of the game. Be like Dez Bryant, with just a shadow of COVID-19. And it's funny, I hadn't heard nothing about him since. Like, they just take him out the game right there, and he hugging players and everything, man. It's like, what the hell, So
NFL's wild, bro.
That's a whole different story right there, bro. But Sean Payton, he's been on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they talk about, contact tracing and all that. They have the little things where the players wear. Sean Payton been telling us that shit don't even work. So, like, when I can't remember, I think it was Michael Burton who tested positive before the Lions game.
Yeah.
He got it, and they did the contact trace, and it was like 2 players that popped up that he'd been in contact with. Sean Payton was like, well, we know it was more than 2 players because he's like sitting next to 4 players. So he tested the 4 players that was next to him, the 4 players in front of him, the 4 players behind him, and just to make doubly sure, like, that shit ain't spread. And come to find out it was, just a false positive anyway. So, what I'm saying? It's just going behind, which was what really has pissed me off with the whole, I don't know how it turned out, but I know the Saints are fighting it, but the league finding them for, like, not wearing masks at the dance party, the dance locker room or whatever. Even DeMar Davis spoke on it, like on the Huddle and Flow podcast with Steve Weiss. He was like, it's just like crazy because, like, none of us trying to infect anybody. You know what I'm saying? We all try diligently. And also on top of that, I think just for everybody is like, I know it's easy for us to just like kind of point fingers and be like, oh, you need to be doing what you need to do. But also at the same time, this is an airborne virus, man. Like, You could literally be doing everything you're supposed to do, wearing a mask, washing your hands, all that stuff, and still get it.
Still
get it, man. It's just like it sucks, but it's like just a part of being a human that this is an airborne virus out there that you're talking about things that are a microcosm of, just not even measurable that we could breathe in and affect us, man. So like it's just going to happen. But the fact that the Saints have been so diligent, just beginning of the season, having like a little mini bubble, and just making sure players stay on point. Guys just staying in the locker room, staying in the facility, not getting involved, not going out. You don't never see pictures of players out and about and nothing like that. They've been head focused, just trying to get through the season, man. And that's why they've been, mostly together. We hadn't had, knock on wood, nothing like the Ravens or anything like that.
Yeah, you said it perfectly. It's just a huge testament to Sean Payton, the coaching staff, and also the Gail Benson.
Absolutely.
Putting the money down,
Put that money up, baby. And I think I wouldn't be surprised come to playoffs time, they're gonna be in a hotel again. Let's locked up. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Sean Payton is not gonna. He will not let COVID-19 interrupt the playoff run.
Nope.
It will not happen. It would not happen, bro.
It absolutely will not. And I tweeted this during the offseason before the season started. If the Saints make it to the Super Bowl and the opposing team in the AFC have important players, on the COVID list and they can't play for whatever reason, if the Saints win the Super Bowl and all that shit we gonna hear after the Super Bowl, our best player, I don't give a
fuck. Don't give two shits. I don't care. I already see some of the talk about this year, like, well, this year's gonna have an asterisk because of COVID.
Nope. Yeah. Says who?
That Lombardi trophy still shine, baby. I don't give a shit.
Don't give a fuck, bro. Oh, but anyway, we got to wait for that to happen. So we're gonna get out of here. There's been so much news today. If you're like a nerd and a fan,
oh my god, I gotta go back and just review everything.
Right, Star Wars, Marvel. If you're a parent and you have a kid, like Disney, it's just so much.
Disney emptied the clips in,
bro. with fucking Arnold and fucking Terminator in the police station and them bitches, bro.
Just let the clip fly. You saw that? They saw that Warner Brothers shit. They said, "Oh, okay, we got something for your ass."
Oh shit, man. Whew, I'm still trying to That said, Ryan put it out in the ether that we need to do like a Star Wars pod to just recap everything. Listen, we want to do that, but if we're gonna do it, I feel like we got to get somebody on. I don't know who that person is yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. But Ryan and I have been super lucky in, I don't know, hitting people up, and they're like, "Oh yeah, sure, okay." So we'll figure out something. And I know, shout out to the homie Delvin Bro, hitting us up on the Twitter account saying, he wants to, he's willing to come back on the show. That's something that we will love to do. Get him on the show, talk about the resurgence of the defense, why the defense is playing so well, and then also he has a new book out. So we'll get him on the show and talk about that. So shout out to Delvin for giving us love on the Twitter account. And obviously you can follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, Saints Twitter Pod, Patreon. Our Patreons, our people. The masks are coming. Soon as they get shipped, soon as they get to Ryan, which hopefully sounds like it's going to be hopefully next week. Start getting them out. Hopefully you can get them. I mean, probably be able to get them before Christmas, especially if you're in the Gulf area. And just we appreciate it. We appreciate all the support.
Absolutely, man. And R.I.P. Tiny Lister, aka Debo. He passed earlier today. So just rest in peace, man. It's one of our great actors. Has been on a lot of movies we've seen over the years. So I just wanted to put that out there.
2020 just been
like damn.
Shit,
damn, man, it's nonstop. That shit here, bro. Anyway,
so hopefully when we do the recap show Sunday night, we'll be talking about the Saints clinching the NFC South. We'll, recap the Eagles game, look a little ahead to the Chiefs game, and we just keep along this ride, man. Like we keep saying, enjoy this. Like
this shit, man.
Enjoy it, man. Like y'all don't even like, especially if you're a long time Saints fan, like but if you're a newer Saints fan, please enjoy this.
Man, it's unfortunate that all this is happening during the pandemic. Because, man, I know the city will be lit, so it's kind of hard to really enjoy like you really want because you're not really around people and the vibes and all that shit. But, man, find a way, man. Like, find a way to just enjoy it, man, because this, it's the good times, man. Like, next year, you know, bro. Like, it's hard to, the young players we drafted in 2017 and to keep all that going, it's hard to do. We saw it like with the Seattle Seahawks when they had the great, Legion of Boom and all that stuff. Dudes started getting paid and, dudes started declining and stuff like that. And that window closes, bro. Closes, man.
It closes hard, bro. And fast.
Fast, too, so, hopefully, we'll get to that when it happens, but, hopefully we'll be able to keep it going. But, you just got to, football shit, you just got to take it where you can get it, man.
For sure. All right, we're going to get out of here. Enjoy the game on Sunday. Enjoy the ride that you're on right now. Thanks to the Saints. Be safe. Be careful. With that, we're out.
Peace.